Oh, wait.
It's your boy. We back. It's been a long time. I apologize to the fan base. We here, we back. We gonna be consistent. We got everything squared away. We got some new stuff coming for you. New tips, new advertisements, all that good stuff. Maybe even some potential sponsorships coming. Also, I want to bring back my man Ray, which you already know, and you already know Ant.
Yes,
We also gonna
sir.
have some
Welcome
new
What up,
back.
special
bro?
guests.
We back.
Yes,
We back.
sir.
So let's get straight into it. You know what this is. This is Talking Sports. We keep everything to our opinion and our viewpoint. If you don't like it, just skip over. If you do like it, like, comment, and subscribe. So, Aunt Ray, tell me who's your MVP and why?
I'll let Ray go first.
Let's go. I'm going with the Joker. Actually, I'm gonna go with the Joker. The reason why I'm gonna say the Joker, the Nuggets are a top top four seed. They're really good. I like Jamal Murray. I like Jokic. That I like those two together. I personally think Jokic because he's been consistent for the last 3 years. Great center. Uh, Probably the best passer as a big man of all time. Are we gonna put him in that? I would say so. Probably the number one center passer of all time.
I would have to agree. Yep.
Uh, but nah, he's dirty. He's dirty. He's doing his thing. He is. I see him as MVP. I like Giannis though. I was gonna say Giannis as well. I like the way the Bucks continue to do their thing every year. They're always consistent. They seem like a championship team. And Giannis plays 150% every game. Like this dude will play from the first all the way to the fourth quarter. Exactly the same energy, the same pace. He is phenomenal. He's the best player in the NBA, that's for sure. But I'm gonna have to go with Jokic just because the consistency.
And who you got?
Got you. Yeah, now the Joker, that's definitely potential MVP right there. But I'm gonna go with my man Giannis. We talking about a certified stud with the ability to pass, the ability to shoot threes as a big man. He dominates inside the paint and one of the top guys in the league right now, top 10. And the Bucks being a top seed in the East. Now, don't get me wrong about Jokic, because that's another certified stud right there. The way
Mm-hmm.
with his incredible footwork, the
Mm-hmm.
ability to pass as a big, the ability to shoot and
Mm-hmm.
dominate inside, and also Denver being the top seed team in the West. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm going with my man Giannis, Greek Freak.
Giannis. And you know what? I'm not going to argue that because Giannis is, like I said, the best player in the league, and I think the way he can handle a basketball game night in and night out is just incredible. We're watching greatness. I can't argue with you about that, and but I'm just gonna put Jokic over that. I'm gonna say Jokic is over that.
I
Yeah, the
think you
Joker.
guys
That's
are both
he's
wrong.
very dangerous.
We're
Who would
both
you
wrong.
add?
Oh
Who
my
would you add
god.
in the picture between
He,
those two?
The MVP of your 2020 of your 2023
You're probably gonna say
season
Embiid, but go ahead.
is Joel Embid.
What I say?
And as
I
a
rest my
Boston
case.
Celtics fan, it's hard for me to say that, but I'm gonna tell you why. The man is out here dominating, and he's hitting his stride when everybody else is kind of coming down. Like Jokic has had a couple down games right now, and Joel Embiid has the better record as of right now. And also, Joel Embiid has just been absolutely dominant, killing teams, putting teams on. He's putting his team on his back. Last 3 games, he's averaging over 34 points per game. He's killing. He's also the leading scorer in the NBA. Not the Eastern Conference, the
he is.
NBA, the center. Okay, he's actually right now he's averaging his season average right now is 34.9. It's actually 34.9 minutes. He's averaging 33 and a half points, 54% from the field goal, 50, almost 55. You know, he's 35% from the three, and he's putting over 10 rebounds, and you know, he's got he's got the assists, he's got the blocks, he's got the steals. You know, he's putting in work. He's putting in a campaign because there was a year that Embiid should have won it, and I don't care who's gonna say this. This might seem like a hot take. It's not a hot take. It's my personal feelings. I don't think Nikola Jokic should be a two-time MVP. He should only have one MVP right now.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He should have only one MVP. Joel Embid definitely deserved it last year. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you one thing that Jokic has and Joel Embiid does not have. It's called health. Jokic is healthy
Let's see how many games Joel
all year
played
round.
so far this year.
Joel Embiid is never healthy, so I'm gonna
He's
have to
been
go
healthy
Jokic
this
just
year.
because the consistency. All right, but Dom, I'm talking about no, and he hasn't played all games this year,
and neither has Jokic. They
But
both
Giannis
have.
All right,
has.
that's one.
But
That's
Giannis
one.
has.
Yo, I told you I'm not arguing
Giannis
with you.
more consistency, more consistency and health.
Giannis has missed 14 games this year. What are we talking about, folks?
Stop it. Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now.
Giannis is the best player in the NBA.
He should be
hands down, man.
He
down.
should,
no argument.
and that's the reason why he should be
but
MVP.
He's not the MVP. Giannis is going through what LeBron and Michael Jordan both have went through. They should both have more MVPs, but they do not. And that is a travesty done by the NBA and the media voters. That LeBron should not be only, I think LeBron only got 4 MVPs or so, or 3. LeBron should have at least 8 MVPs because
LeBron should have more. Yeah, he should have more MVPs.
He should have at least 8. The man went back to back to the finals every year.
Every year.
Straight. And I think he only won 1 or 2 MVPs in that process with the Miami Heat. And while he was in Cleveland, he didn't receive an MVP? Are you
No,
serious?
he did. He did.
Come on.
No, wait, not in Cleveland. My bad, not in Cleveland. But he was a 4-time MVP, I believe.
He's a 4-time. I think he won it twice in Cleveland and twice in Miami.
Yes, twice in Cleveland, twice in Miami.
And I think, and if we're off one, I'm sorry, fans, but right now, LeBron should have more MVPs. And I think, to be honest with you, Steve Nash should only have 1 MVP. And that's pushing it because Steve Nash should not be a 2-time MVP. Kobe Bryant should not only have 1 MVP. And it's another travesty that Shaquille O'Neal only has 1 too.
Yeah.
This is wrong with the NBA. So he's talking about all these awards.
This is robbery. This is robbery. Yeah.
I got a question. I got a question for you guys. Do we add Luka into the picture for the MVP race? Because he's top 5 in the league too.
Let me tell you something about Luka.
He's top 5.
Let me tell you about Luka.
He's like Tatum. Had a good season.
Let me tell you about Luka. Let me tell you, Luka. Oh my God! All right, so I like that. I like that name that you just brought up. I like that. I like that because he does have an argument. But let's think back for a second. Luka's team, all these 3 players we named, Joel Embid, Giannis, Jokic, they all have great basketball teams, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Luka's team is not a great basketball team. Luka puts up numbers, but Luka can't win.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Win.
I think it's the roster.
No, I'm gonna say
we can't win with the Lakers. The Lakers. You mean to tell me LeBron and AD can't win? But you give them.
Yeah, but they did win. They did win. They did win.
They won a championship.
They won a championship.
But so to me, it's not the top players. To me, that comes into the general manager. And it comes into the ownership, into the actual franchise of the team. The Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban and the brain trust in Dallas has not done a good enough job putting a proper team around Luka Doncic so he could win. Because if you take Luka and put him on an actual top tier team, he would be a title contender.
But Even though right now he's averaging 33 a game, 8.6 rebounds for a guard, and 8 assists per game.
I'll put it
But
to,
8 rebounds for a point guard. That's not
but
human
he's
right there.
also
That's not
six
real.
foot seven. Like, let's not act like he's a 6 foot point guard. He's a 6'7" guard.
No,
Bro,
no, no,
he's
no, no. Don't
not.
get me wrong. We talking about a point. The point is at the perimeter. Usually, people who get a lot of rebounds
But
is the bigs mostly.
they cross mismatch. They don't put Luka on the other team's point guard because he'll get cooked. So they cross mismatch. So these numbers, like numbers nowadays, is all out of whack. You know, you can't go like that's. I think that's what you were talking about, Ray. Like you can't go by his numbers.
Right.
Isn't that right, Ray?
Yeah.
No,
Luca,
with an MVP is more to it than
nah, Luca,
just numbers. It's about how your consistency and health, how
Mm-hmm.
you are as a leader on the court, being a floor general, and also the players around you. You have an ability to even make players around you better as you get better every night.
Yeah, I
It's more
think
to it
Luca
than
does
just
that.
putting up buckets.
I think Luca carries a team, but I don't think the team that was currently constructed is proper. Like right now, they have Kyrie Irving, and that was post the trade. And people are sitting here, going off on Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, but it's not their fault. The team is
Still
not
not enough
built
to
to
win.
carry. They don't have enough defense.
Not
That
enough to
team
win.
could work if you had a bunch of guys that were 3-and-D and lob catching. If you had a Clint Capella type oriented in the back, if you had a
Mhm.
Rob Williams, if you had a guy like that, a Joel Embid, somebody who could play defense as a center, and then you had a bunch of guys on the perimeter that could play defense, now you would be able to compete with Luka and Kyrie because they could create all the shots.
Right.
That's the same team. That was the problem that was with Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets weren't a good team until they made the adjustments with KD and Kyrie. You had to get the proper pieces to go around KD and Kyrie so that way you could actually compete. And that's the difference. And sometimes it's not the star, it's the
Facts.
team.
Facts.
So, I mean, all right. Ant, your final thoughts?
Yeah, my final thoughts is it can go either ways. Embiid may get it, Giannis may get it, Luke may get it by it can go in a favoritism way. You never know. But to the fans, how do y'all feel about the MVP race? Who wins it?
Ray, final thoughts?
uh, yeah, I'm gonna say Jokic wins MVP. Like I said, consistency. Uh, the best big man passer ever. Denver's a really good team, and I think he's gonna three-peat.
Even without the playoff success?
I got Jokic.
Well, we talking about regular season MVP, not finals MVP. There's two different ones.
Sometimes it's
That
got to
part,
Regular
correlate.
season.
and preach.
Yeah. All
Yes, sir.
right, you heard it, folks. Like, comment, follow, subscribe. Talking Sports. We back on the map. Another video
Yes,
coming
sir.
debut the next following day. Stay tuned for each day that we dropping these videos. We're dropping them like hotcakes. We're gonna be giving you more information and special guests coming soon. Stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.